more evidence as to the NBA draft lottery being rigged.
It's frozen.
Is it cold?
It's cold.
Is it dented?
I don't know. Check it.
Is it folded?
Check it. Oh, it's folded.
And it is.
It's rigged.
The Philadelphia 76ers. But actually, Dikembe Mutombo, tweeted this out about 4 hours before the NBA draft lottery. Congrats to the Sixers on grabbing the #1 spot in the NBA draft with a picture of Mutombo and Iverson, which is great. But he tweeted that at 1:36. The draft lottery didn't start for a couple hours later. And then, of course, the
You had one job.
draft lottery comes. Now, does that mean it's rigged? No. But is it a little bit skeptical considering all of the rumors and conspiracy theories regarding it being rigged? Yeah, no shit.
If you just didn't need any more evidence to already play into all those that believe these conspiracy theorists, then you could just tell that their mind just exploded. He just tweeted it! It's obviously true!
I love the, I would love to hear like the Sixers GM around 1 o'clock that day calling up, Dikembe, man, wish you could still play, could totally use your interior defense and your personality on the floor, but we got the #1 overall pick, but don't say anything just yet. 36 minutes later, congratulations to Philadelphia 76ers. So by the way, here's the full draft lottery, element number 10. It's the first time ever that it went as it was supposed to go. As in, like, if there was no lottery, this would have been, based on record, the actual draft list. #1 is the Sixers. #2 is the Lakers. #3 is the Celtics. 4 is the Suns. 5, the Minnesota Timberwolves. 6, Pelicans. 7, Nuggets. 8, Kings. 9, Raptors. Why is it that the Raptors have the 9th pick and not the Knicks? Because we made a bullshit trade for Andre Bargnani? 10 is the Bucks, 11 is the Magic, 12 Jazz, 13.
Tingus Pingus!
Who the fuck is Tingus Pingus? 14 Bulls. If we draft another Tingus Pingus, that would have been great, though. I'll take 2 Tingus Ping guys. 14 is the Bulls. Suns have 2 picks. By the way, the Celtics have like 8 picks in this draft. They have the 3rd pick, the 18th pick, the 23rd pick, the 27th pick, the 2nd pick in the first. It's ridiculous. So they're going to be making a lot of moves this season anyway, in the offseason. So we have the Sixers, who are also great at trolling, because the Kings want to do a pick swap.
Yeah.
Because remember, and I'll get to the Lakers in a second. So at Sixers, are you still open to that pick swap right now? That Twitter picture, which we'll throw in right after this in a second, is Joey Tribbiani. Sacramento Kings, new phone, who dis? That's good. That's the brightest moment in 76ers basketball since Allen Iverson stepped over Tyronn Lue.
I was going to say, what about the Kings as well? They're not having a very bright spell either, so it's bright in both of them.
They did sign Dave Yeager. Which, by the way, one of the best names.
Well, not the Sun.
How does he not have a Jaeger sponsorship?
Of course, he's got to. He's got to. Someone's got to. By the way, just in full disclosure, as much as my basketball knowledge is soaring like a bald eagle with a worm in its mouth, soaring probably, my knowledge on the lottery pick is getting there. But if you've ever seen the meme, like that. When everything was going on, I just was quite literally the meme that was like, I have no idea what's going on, but I'm excited.
Anyway.
Who's picking who? Tell me. I'm just excited. Tell me who the picks are. And I'm just like.
It's the ping pong balls. It's so funny. I always thought it looked like bingo.
Yeah.
And the first pick goes to E27. Huh? What? Are we in the wrong place? All right. So here's your mock draft from Bleacher Report. There's a few different ones. I don't know why I took the Bleacher Report one, because I actually think it's wrong. But what the hell do I know? So take a look at what they think the top 10 will be, and I'll tell you why I think this is going to be switched around.
Wow.
1, they say, is Brandon Ingram. 2 is Ben Simmons. There's 2 true #1 overall picks in this draft. If you come back for a second. Ben Simmons was coached by Brett Brown, and their families know each other back in Australia. Ben Simmons is the coach of the 76ers. I'd be shocked if the Sixers didn't take Ben Simmons. Although Ben Simmons has kind of claimed, he wants a bigger shoe deal so he can go to Los Angeles where he'll get more money. I think maybe he wants to play for the Lakers more because of the media market, but I also think that he and Brandon Ingram, amongst many other NBA prospects, have skipped the combine and skipped their workouts. That will change as the draft comes closer. #2, the Lakers need Brandon Ingram. Now, if the Lakers have the #1 pick, I think Brandon Ingram goes #1, and that's why I consider there being 2 true #1 overall picks. Brandon Ingram is built for this league. He's a scoring threat. He can shoot the ball. The Lakers need that. They don't necessarily, it's not like Ben Simmons would be a bad fit for Los Angeles. It would be a great fit for Los Angeles too. But they don't need that exact piece, because if I'm Los Angeles Lakers, right? If I'm Mitch Kupchak in his ridiculously tall, slender, 6 foot, whatever, 11 body,
Yeah.
it's him standing next to Isaiah Thomas in the draft in that lottery. It was great. You draft Brandon Ingram. You have D'Angelo Russell and Jordan Clarkson coming back as a young potential backcourt. You get another great young individual. You, as you've mentioned before, build your youth.
Yeah.
You have Julius Randle, who is uncoordinated in a way, but proved that he's strong with his left. Now you have the chance to grab Al Horford in free agency.
Yeah.
And you fill another immediate need. And yeah, you can compete with that team. And you got Luke Walton, who needs shooters to run his offense. Ben Simmons ain't a shooter. Luke Walton really won't be able to do as much as he'd want to with someone like Ben Simmons as he could with someone like Brandon.
That's a good point, and I was going to argue back with you until you reminded me Luke Walton's coming in. He's coached, he's been a huge part of the Golden State team. So he's going to look for a scorer. He's going to look for a scorer. Ben Simmons is a good point to make. The only thing that I'm going to highlight to you is if they did have the first pick, I still think that the Lakers would take Ben Simmons simply because of the market. We're in a saturated market where the Lakers have been just facilitated around one major figure since Magic, and then they bring in, obviously they had other players in there, but you're known to have superstars. Shaq, Kobe Bryant. And Kobe Bryant's legacy...
Kwame Brown!
Kobe Bryant's legacy has not only just kind of laid precedent for what the Lakers has been known to become, but it's the fans now expect a superstar when they go to the Staples Center. They expect to see that superstar figure. Brandon Ingram has the ability to be a superstar. Don't get me wrong, he's shown it in the tournament. We never got to see Ben Simmons in the tournament, but it's the weight that goes behind Ben Simmons' name. Is he the next LeBron? Coming straight into a team that many people think he could fit in very well. I agree with you. I think Brandon Ingram fits in better with Clarkson, D'Angelo Russell, Randle. That team better than Ben Simmons, but it's to the buyers, it's to the investors, it's to the jersey sales. Does Ben Simmons' name, I'm asking you this question, does his name hold more weight in terms of selling more jerseys and getting that superstar figure to Los Angeles?
I think we'll know in a couple years.
That's the thing.
If Brandon Ingram becomes a 30% shooter and Ben Simmons is actually the next LeBron James, then we'll revisit this clip and I'll go, Francis. Ben Simmons was definitely the right call.
By the way,
no, but again, and you look at it too, like Ben Simmons' skill set, like people forgot about him because he didn't play in the tournament. It's like, don't forget about Ben Simmons. The guy's got unbelievable court vision, and he's a great rebounder. And there's a reason why he's going to be the number 1 or number 2 overall pick.
Another thing that I wanted to talk about, we talk about the Celtics quite a lot here, and how they've got an ability to build definitely an Eastern Conference championship challenging team.
Yes,
a lot of season there, but we'll do it. What are your thoughts on, right, so I think they're in a great position in terms of their picks, right? If they choose Buddy Hield, a scorer who has shown how dominant he could be with Oklahoma, playing alongside an Isaiah Thomas, playing alongside a team, Marcus Smart, that's just built themselves to be a competitive team this year. I thought they were going to do a lot better in the playoffs than what they did. Yes. They were outscored by a better team. But I think that they are in a good position to build a team that should be watched next year. But what do you think they might be doing to adjust?
Go back to that mock draft graphic, and I'll show you why Buddy Hield shouldn't go till later. They have it as Buddy Hield number 3. I don't think Buddy Hield is a top 3 pick. I think Buddy Hield should go to the Pelicans. I think that's what many analysts have been saying for a majority reason, that he, with Anthony Davis, he's an immediate impact player because, again, look at the league. He can score. So why wouldn't someone like the Celtics take a Buddy Hield? Well, that guy, Dragan Bender, by the way, once again, sickest name ever, Dragon Bender?
Dragon?
Come on.
Talk about jersey sales. You either get Dragon or Bender?
Back to the graphic real quick. So Dragon Bender, who come in overseas, it's always a gamble to take those players. You know, so everyone thinks they're going to be Pau Gasol or the next Tingus Pingus, which is Kristaps Porzingis, for those who don't know. Bender's a big. And I think the Celtics have Avery Bradley, right? They have Marcus Smart who can't score, but they have Isaiah Thomas who can score. They have good backcourt players already that already work in that system. And it took them to the first round of the playoffs. But they had a great regular season, and Brad Stevens is a truly remarkably creative head coach. Bender, although higher risk, is higher reward. Besides the fact that if the Pelicans really want Buddy Hield, they could trade up. The Celtics could give away picks for players and future draft picks. They can give away their second-round picks, some of them, because they've got 1,300 of them, for future first-round draft picks, like next season, if the Pelicans really want someone like Buddy Hield. Also, the Chris Dunn, Jamal Murray has to be flopped. Chris Dunn should go to the Timberwolves. Chris Dunn, without hand checks in the NBA, will do great in a team like the Timberwolves. Ricky Rubio's always injured, far often too injured. Someone like Chris Dunn's more stable. He's strong. He's big. He stayed 4 years in college, so he's going to be 22, 23 years old when he comes into the league, and that's a big deal. He's experienced, and think about it. While Minnesota is a cold place, okay,
They will heat up.
Karl Anthony Towns is a freak of nature. Andrew Wiggins is a scoring freak of nature. Zach LaVine could actually jump over the backboard, potentially the shot clock.
It's a very athletic team.
It's a fun place to play. So that was Bleacher Reports, and the reason I took that is because at least they're a little bit different. So I give respect to Bleacher Report for actually that mock draft because a lot of them have the same. 1 and 2 are always swapping, but too many people had, Buddy Hield has to go to the Pelicans. Well, maybe he doesn't. This is a interesting draft lottery, an interesting draft for the reason that as opposed to previous year's mock drafts, there's a lot of surprises in this one. Yeah. I don't know where Jaylen Brown's going to go from Cal, who I think is a phenomenal player. Jamal Murray, a lot of the international components of it. And don't forget about our boy, Francis, Thon Maker.
Oh, I was going to say, where do the big Thons go?
Early second round.
And where would you see a Thon Maker fitting in?
Join Tingus Pingus in the New York Knicks.
That would be a humongous dominated duo in the middle of that.
Combined, they would be 14 feet, 218 pounds.
Yeah, to combine 150 pounds.
All right, comment below with the NBA draft lottery. Do you think it's rigged? Does Dikembe Mutombo know more than everybody else? Potentially.
No.
Oh, yes. Still the best Geico commercial ever.
No doubt.
He swats everything.
We need him in our office.
Social media. Yeah, Dikembe Mutombo, please come on the show. Talk to us about the draft lottery. You're more than welcome to. Comment section below with the draft lottery. Description box below with all the social media information. Head over to facebook.com/TYT Sports. We're also on watchable.com. You can check out all the TYT network channels from sports to pop culture to gaming to tech to the main show, political stuff. It's great. We thank Watchable for having us on their platform. Make sure to go over there as well.
Francis.
What?
I couldn't let go. The bald eagle, the symbol of our great country, does not eat fucking worms. It is a bird of prey. It eats fucking animals. It eats rodents. It eats groundhogs. Don't dilute it and say it eats fucking worms.